So,
All right, Mulligans and Hackers Golf back for another episode, 106 or 107 or something like that.
something like that. 107, I think.
Yeah. So what's new with you?
Well, getting a little golf in, if you could call it that.
Well, today was a beautiful day. First nice day in a while.
This is the first 18 today we have played outside of tournament golf in quite a while.
Yeah. I played 18 yesterday.
Yes,
You could only play 9,
right.
but yeah. I mean, honestly, man, it's been high pressure, high intensity, competitive golf rounds that we've been playing. I mean, we started with Copper Point a couple weeks ago. Then we played in the Victoria Day Classic last weekend, which we talked a little bit about on the last pod. Then we had Men's League on Wednesdays. And then I think we went out for like 9 on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of had a casual 9, which was nice. I played a casual 18 at Redcliffe with Curtis on Monday after my final round at the Victoria Day, which was just like a breath of fresh air. Like,
Well, it's been so long since I've played 18. Just go out and play an 18.
yeah,
Like even yesterday, I could only play 9 because I had obligations to go
yeah,
to, and that's kind of been the the pace of my golf so far this year is inconsistency. And that inconsistency in golfing is definitely showing up on the scorecard for sure.
yeah.
Because I did not play well today. There was a lot of shit I left out on the course today that wasn't. I mean, my driving was sporadic. My approach shots were erratic. Putting was awful. And I just feel like I haven't done enough in the last little while to keep my game where I wanted it, where it was kind of early in the season.
Well, I mean, you were doing all that work over the winter into the springtime, right? And it's just like you had talked early on. You got a range membership. You were talking about putting more practice time in. And I don't know if you've actually committed to that or had the time, or things have kind of come
again,
up, right? Life's come up and done different things.
I want to get back to a little bit more consistency in the golf game.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of been like that fringe thing for me where I wanted it to be a big part of my summer.
Yep.
Now it's becoming that fringe thing, and I don't want that, and it's showing. And my frustration came out today because I was not happy with my game today. I went down with the idea that, it was my first 18 in a while. Go down and just play the game I know I can play. Well, I parred the first hole, and I was like, there we go, right? Because again, I hadn't played well on that first hole the last few 9s we played.
Well, and again, for the first hole's tough, right? Because it's a long par 5 with a dog leg, right? With trees and bunkers, and it can be a hard hole to get started on, depending on your day.
Yes, and the last few times I've been playing under the trees to the right.
Yeah, and I think yesterday we both double bogeyed.
Yeah. So today when I got off with a par, I was like, okay, great way to start. Well, then I went back-to-back doubles. And it really it kind of escalated from there.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the pace of play today
was awful.
Early on.
For Medicine Hat, the pace of play today was bad.
Well, and I think they had some people out there that were playing their match plays, like their league match plays, whatever their match play league is or whatever, and it was. I mean, when you're going and you're virtually waiting on every shot, it makes it very difficult to find a rhythm, right?
To stay focused. I have 5 3-putts today. I parred 3 holes today. That was it, and 3 of them were par 5s.
Yeah, I was a little better, but
didn't hit many greens. Like again, the whole thing about the golf wasn't really good today. So
I was a little better today, but I mean, there was lots of stuff I wasn't happy with. I mean, my short game right now, like the chipping on the short game has been less than ideal.
For you, yes.
I don't like. I've been spending time and like before rounds, I seem to be chipping and doing well with it, but it's just transitioning into the course has been a little bit hit or miss lately. And then I've been spending so much time focusing on my driver, trying to getting in contact. I mean, making better contact now.
It was a little bit better today. Like
it's getting baby steps, right?
It was definitely baby steps today, but there was a couple of drives today that were like, wow,
and
impressive.
Yesterday I hit a couple too that were good, right? Like I'm just trying to get hitting up on it and get that upward trajectory. Not so much worried about control, just worried about making good contact and putting it out there somewhere. And I mean, there's glimpses of that because if I can get that going, I mean, I've been using my 4 or 5 hybrids or my 6 iron off the tee, and I mean, I know I can play the game that way. I know it because I did it. I do it quite often. But I mean, for me to really get into the single digits and stay there, the driver's got to become a weapon, and it's got to be a club that I'm confident with. It can't be a club that I go, I go to grab and I'm timid about it, or I don't want to grab it because I mean, when I'm hitting it well, I'm hitting it 280, 300 yards,
You
and
saw that today.
I mean, now I'm having, you know, in a low iron or sorry, a high iron or a wedge into a lot of the greens. I mean, I can attack some of the par fives into. Yesterday, I had an absolutely great drive on 2 of the par 5s on the back. The second one, I was just off the front. I actually had a look at eagle, like a legit look, which I haven't had in a fuck ton of a long time. I cozied it up for a nice birdie. I birdied both par 5s on the back yesterday, and for the first time in a long time, I had back-to-back birdies
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah, you did too.
I birdied 16, which is a par 3, and I birdied with like a 25-30 footer, and I birdied 17, which is a par 5. And then today, even I had 2 birdies in my round on the back. I was 11 over on the back, even with 2 birdies. Took a 9 on the par 5 because I got into some tree trouble. Some shit just went south. It was just ugly.
Seeing more of that lately, like the quads. I had one today,
Yep,
right? And
I had a couple last weekend at Victoria Day.
we
Like it
we
just
we
getting
go
away on us.
we go all like they're just not part of our game anymore. And when you see them crop up, it's like, okay, well, that's a red flag and where your game is at when you see those quads and shit pop up, right?
Well,
But
not only that, but I mean, like too many doubles. Like because we know, like at the end of last year, it wasn't a lot of doubles. I mean, if we were making a mistake, it was like a bogey. It wasn't anything. The odd double once in a blue moon, but
yeah,
typically bogeys.
I'm more susceptible to the double bogey because of my, again, short game putting type thing. It kind of gets me susceptible to that,
Yep,
which I know is going to be part of my game. But and
you want
again,
to limit them and not string them together.
exactly. And like today was, again, the last two 18s I put down because the last 18 I played at the Victoria Day on Saturday was a 94. Well, I put in a 94 again today,
Yeah, I
right?
shot a
And
91 today, which was
that's
not great.
that's 10 strokes more than where I want to be in the game right now at
Yep,
this time of year. That's that
but the flip side of that is it is still early.
yes.
If you go back and you look at your scores from early last year,
Well, same
this
thing,
this happens every year,
same thing,
right? And I mean,
same thing.
we were talking about we golfed with a gentleman yesterday who's I think he's before between a 4 and a 7. I think he said on a handicap he fluctuates. So I mean, it fluctuates three full strokes on handicap. I mean, very good golfer. But I mean, that just goes to show you. I mean, there's going to be some fluctuation depending on the time of the year, and it's frustrating because, like in your case, you were as down to as low as you've ever been. In my
And I got
case,
back there again early this year.
yeah,
So 12.7 was my lowest. I was already there this year. Now I'm back up to 13 again.
yeah, and then for me, like I started the year at 9.6, and I've slowly crept up. I'm now at an 11.9 because I have not been playing overly well. I get flashes where I get some birdies and make like crazy good shots or make a wicked good putt. I rocked the jailbird out today just for something to do. Brought it out and played it. I mean, it had nothing to do with me shooting a 91.
Working your way to the D flight.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, we always joke, right? Because it's like I said that today. I'm like, Jesus. I was like, the way I'm playing right now, I feel like I'm going to make it to the D flight, like go all the way back there.
Well, we were definitely D flight capable today.
It
That
was.
is for sure.
It's just it gets frustrating because you're like, I can play better than this. I can get around this course better than this. There's no reason I can't. And sometimes it's just stupid mental errors. We've played enough rounds on this course. We should know where to miss. We should know where safe shots are. We should know what the decisions are. But even on early this year, it doesn't matter what round I played. It's like some of my decision making for club choices or decision making around the
Well, again,
green has been
number 13. Like in the last couple of weeks, we've played. In the in the Victoria Day and today. I put a
Yep.
ball in the water on the left.
Yeah. Number 13 is the third hardest hole by handicap on there. It's got a big water up the left side. It's got lots of wide open fairway to the right.
Yeah.
And usually you just pound it straight up the middle, but you've been getting a little Yankee with
Yankee,
your drives
because
I'm right in the water.
trying to get a little more yardage out of it.
I mean, and you don't hit it long enough to clear the water.
No.
Which is tough. So I mean, you've gotten a little Yankee with it, but I mean that's a tough hole because it doesn't really suit your eye. But yeah, another example of you're just giving strokes away.
Yeah. Again, 3 off the tee. I had a terrible approach shot. I was just again. I think I took a quad on that one today.
Yeah,
because I probably should have took a 9, but I picked the ball up. I'm fucking done with this hole. I've actually hacked enough at this hole that I think I can put my ball in my pocket now.
Well, I mean, we're just doing a little shout out to you, Blair. We're just doing a little Blair Sinclair handicap maintenance here.
Speaking of our good friend Blair, and I know he's going to listen to this podcast. Congratulations, Team Blue, on the Alberta Golf Tour President's Cup winning team.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. Very well done.
Our good friend Blair was on the Team Blue. Team Blue won it. And congrats to everybody that was on that team.
Yeah, it was fun to follow along on the socials.
It looked like a lot of fun.
That's what we're trying to qualify for next year, right?
We're trying to.
Right now it's looking pretty bleak.
So. Pretty bleak. Well, for me, it's pretty bleak. You're a little higher up in the standings, but that being said, as well, upcoming next week, this Saturday coming up, we'll be in Calgary at Delacour.
Yep, Delacour,
for a single day AGT event. We won't be doing the Olds on Sunday, but we will be doing Delacour on Saturday.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. Again, we got some golf, some range sessions kind of laid in there for the week to try and I want to be ready to go. I know I'll be ready to go.
And men's league on Wednesday, right?
Men's league on Wednesday. I'm playing this week. I didn't play last week.
Hey, I won the KP on number 4 last week. Won $57.
Won $57. Look at that.
I was surprised that actually held up, but it was a pretty windy day, so it was good. It was nice to win a little money, and I won my match. It would have been nice if my partner picked up the slack a little bit. We lost 9.5 points to 8.5 points, but I had 5 of those 8.5. So, but men, how's your men's league been? Like our first foray into men's league this year. What do you think?
You know what? I will say it honestly. Not feeling it.
No.
The continual week in, week out match play. It's not something for me, it would be a novelty if we did match play every now and then, but every week playing match play. I've played 3 weeks. I had this Wednesday off, and yeah, I'm already kind of feeling done with that. And that's just being honest. Like I'm not into it. I'm really not into it. So, I'll put in I'll continue my obligation to the team. But yeah, it's definitely not something that I look forward to. It's not something that I'm just into. I really wanted to give it a try and go and do it, but I'm not into continuous match play.
Yeah, I mean, I actually haven't minded it. I don't mind it. I just think of it just playing my own round.
Yeah.
And then, just play out. And I mean, I hate gimmies. So it's like,
yep.
Like some of the guys out there just get so angry if you.
Again, I had an issue with a guy who got really wild because I didn't give him a gimme on a putt that I wanted to see him make, and that's I'm not into golf to play golf for that type of bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, people playing match play all the time and having to play all these teams and all these guys being whiny. It's like I'm not into that. That's not what I play golf for. It's not what I'm playing this sport for. I'm in this sport to go play my game, right? And when I really wanted to try this men's league stuff, but if that's what men's league is, I'm so over that.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for ways out of Wednesday nights for the foreseeable future because I'm just not into it. We're like literally, I'm not into grown men acting like children because they have to make a putt. You and I, when we were golfing yesterday with these people, like we looked at them and said, we make every putt. The ball got to see the bottom of the hole.
Yep.
There's none of this.
Very nice people that we golf.
There's none of this. Pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? We pick it up on holes that we're frustrated on. Yes, but we have to make that birdie putt. We have to make that par putt, and sometimes we have to make that bogey putt.
or higher.
Or higher. You
Fuck,
have to do it, right?
I mean, the Victoria Day Classic last weekend. I mean, dude, I struggled my way through that round on Sunday. I shot a Gretzky. I talked about it on the last pod. It was so bad. I mean, I had a quintuple bogey. I had a quadruple, maybe two quads. I don't even remember. There was a 9-hole stretch where I was 24 over. And then a 9-hole stretch where I was 3 over.
It was in my head today that I was like getting close to the Gretzky. Today when I put that quad up on the back, I was like, holy shit, man, I got to try and pick it up here because I don't want to get into the triple digits here, get into the 101s, 102s.
But I mean, honestly, it's, for me, what I've found this week, and I said it to you on the course, it's a lot of what I'm doing is my takeaway was getting too fast, I think.
Yes.
And I found it with all my clubs is my takeaway was getting too fast. So when my takeaway gets too fast, my return gets faster.
Right.
And then it's if you don't hit it right, you're toast. So slow, deliberate takeaway keeps it in the swing pocket a lot longer, and then I can get back to the ball nicer. And I found that I've hit a lot more. Yes, my scores haven't been where I've wanted them to be. I had a better Monday at the Victoria Day. I finished it up. I think I shot an 86, which I was pretty, considering I shot a 99 the day before, pretty happy with that. And I mean, yesterday I shot a, I don't know, 86 as well, or 85. And then today the 91. But I mean, I'm hitting a lot more crisp, well-struck shots. They're coming. My putting is still great. I mean, I'm making some great putts. I'm still happy with that. My chipping's got to get there, and I'm just making a very concentrated effort to. I want the driver to be part of my game, and if I have to put it away when the time matters, I will. But for those rounds where we're going out on the weekends and just playing, I want the driver to be part of my game, and it's a lot less crazy hit miss than it used to be, but still a ways to go. And for me, that's my goal, is to get there.
But even me watching your driver so far this year, there is noticeable incremental growth in that club for you. So again, sometimes you might have to put it away, but I know you'll still keep working at it.
Yeah.
Working at it until you get it. But I said it to you before, like when you go to the driving range, you need to film yourself with that thing.
Yes.
So that you can start getting your markers and your takeaway where you need your hands, so that when you hit a good drive on the driving range and you can look at your swing and go, oh, okay, my hands were here, and then you can start building on that.
Yep.
Right? Because you go to the driving range now, okay, I have a good session with the driver on the driving range. You go to the course and go, okay, well, it was inconsistent on the course, right? And being able to see shot after shot going, okay, that was good, or no, that was bad, or that was good. And seeing the difference in where your club is when you take it away, and where even getting a front on video, right, of where your ball or where your club is actually making contact with the ball. Is it making contact on the upswing? Are you just driving the face into the ground? And because you topped a couple today, right? So with your drivers, like, yeah, that top spin where it goes like 10 feet out and it snaps right to the ground. Like, how does the club? I would like to know how the club is impacting the ball.
Well,
to get it to there.
Number 2, right?
Yeah.
And I thought I hit your cart, and I thought I was in the shit. Well, here I am out in the fairway,
yep,
not far from where you were, and I'm like, oh, okay, like that.
And it went down over a valley and up over a hill to get out to the fairway, right?
It's because of my topspin. I get like massive grind out on that.
Oh my god. But I would like to know how your club head is hitting the ball to get that.
Yes.
Right? Because then you could work at getting yourself away from that, right?
Well, and again, I mean, if anything, for those that don't know, I mean, I'm a cross-handed golfer, so what works for everybody else doesn't work for me. I have to find the different markers. I have to work on different things. The ball position isn't exactly the same where I need it. Right,
and it's unique to watch you go up and down your bag.
Yeah.
Because you get into your hybrids and you have a great. Sometimes you'll overcook it.
Yeah.
But a great draw on all of your hybrids.
Yep.
Like you can put your ball out to whatever right side of the fairway you want, and you can drag it right back to the left side. And there's a couple of dogleg lefts on this course that shot plays to.
Yes.
And you play those shots really well because you put it down the right side of the fairway, and it'll drag right around the corner, and it'll put you in optimal position on those holes. Seen it timeless in the time we've been playing golf. Then you get into like a 6-iron, right? 6-iron, great straight shot for you, right? You don't do any drawing with that. It's just 200 plus. You're out there, and yes, it does happen. Even though Leah may not have seen it, but it does. Right, and then I see your wedges. They're really high and really straight as well. I mean, your dispersion on your wedges and your low or your high irons is really good,
Yep.
right? But then you get, as you go back in the bag, like, I mean, when was the last time I saw you hit a 3-wood?
Dude, I hit that thing. So it's funny because I've been working on the range, feeling really good. Brought it out to it might have been the Sunday at the Victoria Day.
Yeah,
I actually teed off on a couple par fours because nothing else was working, and I'm like, okay, yeah, hit a couple decent, hit a couple shitty, but same thing. I think so. What's happening is I think I'm getting really flat with it and really upright, and the heel's coming off, and then when I'm coming through, I'm not able to swing up. It's just kind of grinding along, right? So I've been working on getting that heel to its natural sit point, where the heel of the club, where the shaft is just sitting there. Just let it sit naturally on the ground, right? And then I've been working on finding that spot because I mean I hit a couple on the range today that were like 260.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I can put that into my bag, I'm 260 out and I'm confident to hit my 3-wood relatively straight up there. Well, guess what?
Well, it brings a lot of par 5s into play.
No matter what you do, off the tee box, right? So it's been a work in progress, but I do not hit my 3-wood a lot in rounds. I've taken my 5-wood out of the bag right now because I put in my 4 hybrid because I needed a change on after the Sunday. So I took the 5-wood out. I'm like, I don't swing a lot. I don't hit a lot of 5-wood. I'm more comfortable with my 4 hybrid. Put the 4 hybrid in there. I'm getting like, I don't know, 230, 240 out of it. And it's out there good. That, like, a lot of times I'll just tee off with that thing because it gets me more than enough drive, more than enough range, right? But it's, and you talk about my wedges. My wedges are great, except for lately they've just been a little. They haven't been. The dispersion has been relatively narrow, but it's not narrow enough where I normally am. I'm losing balls to the right, or I'm overcooking them a little bit to the left, and like I'll be aiming for the center of the green, and all of a sudden I'll be off to the right, and I'm like, or I'm off to the left, and I know what I'm doing because I've spent enough time on how to fix those. But it's frustrating because like there was a couple today where I have a full 62 in, and it's just put in the center of the fucking green.
I know. I had a bunch of looks today, and again, working on my pitching wedge 9-iron gap wedge to get where I need to get. Man, I had some great looks today, and I didn't even come close to putting it where I wanted to. Like as approach shots, and again, that's frustrating. And then when you're slow playing, you can't get your rhythm. It's like Jesus Christ.
So just a little tidbit. I mean, we've talked about this before. Tiger Woods only hit 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, just a heads up. I mean, it is frustrating because you think you're inside 100 yards or you're inside 150 yards, and you're like, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to put it relatively close to where I want to put it in this particular case. And I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
I want to put it close because I don't want to put the pressure on my short game around the green. You know what I mean?
Well, and I mean, I got 5 wedges in the bottom of my bag, so from 150 in, I got a club for everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's why I do that because I'm very comfortable with them. But right now, they are getting better on full swings. Not so bad on low pitches and doing. I've been working a little bit more with my like 7, 8, 9s on some low pitches, getting those to run out a little bit, which has been good. My sand left me for a while. Today it wasn't bad, but God did it abandon me for a while. And then the putting's good. I mean, I like the jailbird today. I might leave it in for a little bit.
You think so?
Just kind of, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might roll it on men's league. See what happens on men's league night. I mean, it wasn't. Let's just put it this: it was no different than playing with my other putter. It wasn't the cause of my score. Yeah. I mean, I drained a couple decent birdie putts, and so a couple longer putts for whatnot. It's more my setup.
You're not bringing it to Delacour though.
Probably not. I'm pretty comfortable with my other putter, so yeah, it's probably the TaylorMade will go back in the bag for that tournament most likely.
Most likely. I'm looking forward to that. So we'll hear about that on the next pod on how we did there. We got a round book for Sunday.
Yeah, we should. We'll find out our tea time
Find
here
our
in a
tea
couple
time.
days because of our.
Get another casual 18 in to
Yep.
work on some stuff, and
Yep.
we'll go from there.
Then the following weekend, I don't know if I'll be able to golf the Saturday because my kid's graduating. Or actually, your kid, you have a kid graduating too this year, don't you?
Mm,
So yeah, we might not be able to get golf on the Saturday because I think that's graduation day.
yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, see what happens. Maybe we'll go in the. Hopefully, we can go early in the morning. But the request system for our club is kind of it's not great right now.
It is what it is, and it's probably still going to be a midday tea time.
Yeah, it sucks because you and I if we had our way we'd be out at like 7:30
Yes,
and go play and be one of the first ones out there and we're not holding anybody up. We can play around pretty quick. You're home by like 11:30
you got the rest of the day.
or 12. You have
Now when we're playing these 11, 12 o'clock rounds, well, that's your entire Saturday and your entire Sunday,
yeah.
right? And we've always been early day golfers, right? Always.
Well, and you get more of the hacks that get out there, right? Or you get behind groups that are just slower and it's like today and it's
And how the hell did they get out before us?
I don't know how they got out before us. I don't have any answers to your questions. It is what it is.
It is what it is. But anyways, take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Yep. Later.